Hey everyone, welcome back to the BentBox Comics YouTube channel. We are back on this Friday with another video for you guys.
You're back. I'm front.
I am back. So today, let's not pussyfoot around.
That's illegal on YouTube.
Exactly.
Illegal handcuffs.
Not a big fan of that word, but sometimes I like using it.
I just think of a foot that looks like a cat.
I didn't know where you're going with that.
Me either. Until I did.
Let's talk about something that John wanted to bring up. So every once in a while, we get into the zeitgeist of indie comics and what's going on the socials.
Yeah.
And if we see something that has some good engagement or is worth talking about, we will chitter-chatter about such things. Right. So what are we chitter-chattering about such things today?
Are you ready for this?
I'm Chris. This is...
Long John Silver.
We didn't do that, I don't think. Anyway, what we got today, John? You're bringing the heat.
All right. You ready for this? I'm about to blow your minds.
Y'all ready for this? Clickbait.
If a door is open.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Is it on or off?
I mean, we're right, so we don't need to get into this, please.
No?
You're outnumbered. CJ and I agree.
But the audience might have their own opinion.
We know they're all smart because they're watching us right now.
Okay. Well,
comment
you
below.
Guys can think about that. Comment below what your thoughts are on that question.
If a door is open, is it on or off?
Yep. And yeah. Well, why? My wife's hair.
It's how it works, man. It's all over all the time.
It's everywhere.
Your hair is everywhere.
That's a song I don't know.
I only know that part. Is it a Dashboard Confessional?
I have no idea.
All right.
CJ's like, what
hold the mic close to your face.
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready now.
Mr. Dave Brink.
I've been on his show a couple times.
Genuine Comics. I've been on his show as well.
Drink with Brink.
Drink with Brink. Perfect 10. Number 5 is... hold on. One sec. I'm sorry. I just lost my thing. Is now on Kickstarter. Just want to throw that out there.
It might be done by the time this comes out.
It could
just
be.
So that heads up.
Yeah, it's just it's his name, so I read it. But no, he has a great superhero series out. I highly recommend it. But he is struggling with something that I very heavily relate to, and I believe a lot of indie comic creators relate to. So the tweet was this: my comics always get good reviews. Readers seem to really like them. Output is frequent. Fulfillment is always on time. I never get into online drama. I try to be approachable and friendly. I offer my humble YouTube platform to help other creators get some eyes on their own campaigns. And this is the flip side of it, his frustration, his conundrum. I've been doing this for 10 years now, always struggling and grinding, still hoping to one day reach that milestone of 20K on a campaign. I wonder if it will ever happen. And I know 20K is an insane thing, right? He usually does like $9,000 to $10,000 on his campaigns, which is even
he does way
huge for
that's good.
Indie comics, right? But I think it's the spirit of what he's saying for smaller creators and people who feel like they're just spinning their wheels that is the problem here, right? So really, there was a few comments on it that were very good. People offering advice and really, ultimately, what they all like. A lot of the consensus was, you have to sell your comic books if you don't have a brand. We kind of already went over this in a previous video. Or you have to create a brand to sell the comics. It's vice versa. So for him, he's just a little bit like feeling like he can't hit a goal that he wants to hit, and yet he feels like he's doing everything right in the indie space to be able to hit that goal. So, don't know what your thoughts are on that, Chris. What are your thoughts? Have a good day, guys. Next episode.
And that's it.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, I
Why
see,
is your answer to all my yeah?
I see it. I agree. But, I mean, that's, like you said, that's everyone's conundrum right now in the indie space. And, I mean, I would love to hit 9K on a campaign.
I would love to hit 5.
I would love to hit 5. We're talking about right now, Refuge should be, I believe it's live. And actually, I'm not sure if I have it live yet. we pre-record some of these, so I might not be live yet. But Refuge we have for 4K on Kickstarter, and John and I have had multiple conversations on. I don't know if we're gonna hit that. Like that's a high goal. It's what is needed to make it work, though.
Yeah.
So like that right there shows I'm not even confident to make half as much as he makes on a regular one.
Yeah.
So I'm not said, but he's been doing it 10 years. He's created a brand, like a series. He technically has a brand, Genuine Comics. So when it comes to that like selling yourself or selling your brand, I think it might be. I'm not saying that we have the secret sauce,
No.
but I
No.
do think that you have to start branching out a little bit, like we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we
Agreed.
are trying, which does not mean we are A, successful yet, or B, have done it enough to even say that we've done it. We are in the middle of
Learning.
figuring
Figuring it out.
brand, creating a brand, BentBox Comics. We're in the middle of creating an aesthetic,
legend.
a legendary thing we're doing here. An aesthetic website that works well, that points people to our books. We're in the middle of that. Next step, which we're not even at yet, that's going to be the next step, is going to be marketing, but like traditional, like actually doing ads and everything we can do,
And-
email blasts and everything we can do.
What else are we doing, Chris?
We'll announce that at the end.
Oh, we are going to announce that. Okay.
Well, I wanted to announce that in an earlier video and we forgot every time.
Okay.
So I'm not saying like Dave is doing anything wrong
No,
at all, but I understand the frustration
He's
because
just not doing something right.
exactly. No. I understand the frustration that it's like it's almost the definition of insanity. It's like I'm doing what I know I should be doing, but I'm not getting the results that I think, and by any metric, like being consistent, high quality, a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like all these check boxes, you should be somewhat successful.
Yeah.
Which once again, we're kind of saying you are.
Well, yeah, he's more successful than I would say at least
when it comes
70% of the indies.
It's all relative. When you really compare things, like okay, he is being fairly successful. Now, is he to a place where he wants to be, where he's like, this is my full-time thing, and I'm making money? That's where we all kind of want to get, or most of us want to get to. That right there is
the 1%, man.
That's the 1%, and to get into that 1%, I don't know if you need to like innovate as much as just make sure you're you're tapping into as many demos as you possibly can. We talked about that in an earlier video. Finding all the readers, as many as you can, focusing on the digital. Now, once again, though, this isn't like an answer that is like, oh yeah, that's what I need to be doing. It's just like
the secret sauce is you. Put yourself in the sauce, stir yourself around, make sure it's a good ingredient, and you'll probably be successful.
pinch of garlic. So, like,
yeah, it's a tough.
Do you have other than what I just said?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you could point to where you're like, because one of the things I'm liking about what we're doing is we're reaching out to other creators. We're trying to build a brand that basically is synonymous with quality.
That's right.
Right? And we've had a couple people say that, which is great. That's my favorite thing so far is someone said, they burped into the mic, and then they said, oh, wow, another BentBox Comics book. I'm just going to assume it's high quality.
Yeah, exactly.
And that right there is a huge win. Now, the same could be said probably of Dave's books when they say genuine, because it's his brand, and people know that they get their books on time and yada yada. So the same could be said about that.
Yeah.
But we're also trying to build something that involves multiple creators. So we're building a publishing house, and that was just because John and I saw it as I think if I try and grow artificial. All my personal books. You do the same. Wingless, World's Forgotten, and everything like that. As we're doing our own thing, I don't know if we would. I feel like we'd just be competing.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah.
So
you need connections and you need outreach and you need personality.
Connections is what we started to build, and then we ended up bringing on other talented creators, and that way our brand BentBox becomes something to where You have our books. They come out, we have a good track record of bringing it out on time. Everything's high quality. We have other creators that we brought on board, including, hopefully, maybe soon, another one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
John and I are talking to him. We have Roy Stroyer, which is this Israeli artist that we mentioned in a previous video. His book's coming out later. So we're trying to build a library that's consistent quality, and then build it around kind of us as the face of the company.
Yeah.
So that is your personality.
Yeah.
Right? But we also want to showcase these creators as well. So we're going to bring them on. But I don't know if what we're doing will eventually go anywhere per se.
I see the glimpses of light in
So do I.
the sense of like you said, people saying, "Oh, BentBox, I mean, this is like on par with some of the Dark Horse stuff and Image stuff," and you're like, "Whoa, and these people that read comics, so like they're associating BentBox with that, right?" And I've had multiple messages. We've seen them on Facebook and online. "Oh, you're with BentBox. Oh, BentBox," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa." I did not realize that there is that outreach outside of ourselves and the people we know that
And-
are associating stuff with BentBox.
And I think it is, I'm not saying BentBox per se is like, oh, wow, we really hit the branding on the nail. But there is something about that, like, oh, is this BentBox?
Yes.
Like I do think there's something that I'm seeing where people, it's an easy name to associate with things. And I have seen people do that, where they connect it and then it becomes just an easy brand recognition, which is great. And that's not saying like Genuine's a bad brand or any other isn't a good enough brand. It's just building that brand, I think, is very helpful. It helps people make that connection easier rather than be like, oh, you're Dave Brink who makes, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, you said examples or like, I mean, look at Michael Bancroft, look at Ethan Van Sciver, Eric July, all these personalities.
Yeah.
They're selling their books through their personalities, whether you like them or not. They have a certain personality, and they sell a lot of books because of it.
Yeah.
So I think somebody even said I'm weird, and they were like
Great.
recently like you being weird is a personality trait, and go with that and have fun, right? So
Now, being weird on camera is a different thing.
yeah,
and
like
in-
awkward but like
and in front of people is hard.
Yeah.
So like I'm
It's hard
I'm
to put yourself
extroverted.
out there.
You're more
And
introverted.
yeah.
So we're able to work well together, and we can do stuff like this to where I'm very comfortable in front of the camera, and in front of other people, especially at cons and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can definitely understand some creators having a hesitancy or difficulty putting themselves out there and develop
Imposter syndrome
and
is
develop.
very real.
Oh yeah, and developing their personal brand because it's hard. It's like. Here I am, everybody. Aren't I? Don't you want to buy my books? I have a hard time doing that. You know what I mean? It's awkward.
That's very true.
But there is an aspect of it to where you either have to figure a way to get out of your shell, you have to figure out a way to find the people that don't mind the shell that you're in instead of getting out of it. You know what I mean? You have to just find your audience. Or, in theory, it'd be nice that BentBox becomes something to where like we have our BentBox shorts.
Yeah.
We can get some eyes on your books. We are on your short stories.
I personally like the shirts, but
the shorts are so nice. 5-inch inseam. You look good. So like we got a bunch of stuff that we're trying to help bolster the indie community. I think BentBox is.
ooh, that's a nice word.
Bolster's a good word.
Bolster.
Better than pussyfoot.
Bolster.
Bolster. So
I think bulge.
okay. Anyway, so we don't have the secret sauce, obviously. But it is a great question of not necessarily what are you doing wrong, but like what can you do to improve to make that 9K Kickstarter a 20K Kickstarter?
Yeah.
It is definitely a cult of personality. We've mentioned that so many times. If you're looking at these people who made 10K or 20K on a Kickstarter, 9 times out of 10, it's either a not safe for work book or
true.
they have a huge audience.
Yeah.
You can't compare yourself.
Huge D's or huge audience?
I prefer C's.
I should have said double D's. D's by itself, it doesn't work with that. But,
C's are better.
Yeah.
So that is what you're going, not necessarily up against, but that is the arena we're all in.
That's right.
So that's just what you have to recognize. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really have
I feel
much
like
more.
I feel like our listeners are still trying to figure out if the door is on or off, and all we just said is completely null and void.
You shouldn't have started it with that. Yeah, for sure.
The whole video. They're just fighting.
Yeah.
The video's playing in the background.
You guys are all wrong.
goodness.
We know the answer. You need to comment below.
No, we have different answers.
Well, I'm saying the right people are right. We have the answer.
The right people are right.
Yeah, the wrong
That's
people
who
are
you gotta
wrong.
listen to.
So, all that said, special announcement. We have not officially announced this yet,
Huge.
but when it comes to branding, doing different things, innovating as best as you can, we are taking a really cool step into the Comic-Con arena.
The step into the comic.
So, real quick, I made a connection with a local Dave & Buster's. Not sure, depending on where you are, if you have a Dave & Buster's or if you've heard of it. It's kind of like a, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese back in the day kind of thing.
Arcade.
It's an arcade. It's a large arcade place, more adult themed. Obviously, they have a bar and a restaurant area inside.
That's right.
Really cool place. My kids love going. We go all the time. But I noticed they had a large, what they call it, a function room or convention hall.
Confession hall.
Confession hall. They have a large confession hall. Anyway, I ended up, so fake it till you make it's huge. Big fan of fake it
That's
till you
right.
make it.
That's
I walked in with my family, just regular Saturday, going to hang out at the Dave & Buster's. I saw that and a light bulb popped in my head and said, hey, go ask the general manager a question. Don't know why I would do that. So I went to the front desk, said, hey, is your general manager here? Yeah, what do you need? I just have a question. She came out. I said, have you ever considered throwing a Comic-Con at a Dave & Buster's? And thankfully, I mean, this is the thankfully part.
How long
'cause
has she worked there? 20 years?
She's been there 20 years. Thankfully, her eyes lit up and she goes, no, I've never done that or heard of that. I'm like, interesting. I was like, would you like to throw a Comic-Con at Dave & Buster's? And she took a beat and she said, yeah, that sounds fun.
Let's do it.
And that was like, yes.
So we're doing a Comic-Con at Dave & Buster's.
So, BentBox Comics is going to be throwing a Comic-Con at the very first Comic-Con ever at a Dave & Buster's location on April 22nd, 26th. Whoops, don't go 22nd.
Whoa.
April 26th.
Hey, I did not consent to that.
Yes. On
Yes.
April 26th, 2025, so in, like 3 months.
We're almost there, man.
It's going to be not massive because we're kind of testing the waters. But the cool thing is after having a lot of conversations with this general manager, also speaking with the sales rep of Dave & Buster's of America, because I have to talk to them about events and planning, which was kind of fun. I told them my very transparent plan is I want to be the Comic-Con that goes to Dave & Buster's.
That's right.
We are the Dave & Buster's Comic-Con. So keep your eyes out for Con at the Arcade coming April 26th.
2025.
2025, Fort Myers, Florida, Comic-Con.
Be there or be
we're
square.
gonna have some toy vendors, some collectibles, a handful. I know Pokemon. John's really excited about the Pokemon stuff more than anything else.
It's just how many Pokemon people can we get in?
Yeah, we're gonna have a handful of indie indie comic book companies, because we've made some connections locally and we want to kind of once again help bolster that community. So I wanted to bring them on as other vendors. We will also obviously be there. I'll probably more than likely be running the con. We'll have people running our table to assist with that. But it's going to be a huge event. It's going to be free to attend. We are also, a special part of this is we wanted to make sure there was an incentive to help the synergy of this Comic-Con or Con at the Arcade with Dave & Buster's. That way maybe it's a better mutual benefit.
Relationship, yeah.
Yeah. So with every purchase that you make at a table at this Comic-Con, you will be given a ticket. And then every 2 hours, we will be doing a drawing for a $50 play card to Dave & Buster's. So that way, it'll help support local creators, all these different businesses that are coming. And then hopefully you win $50. And then you and your kids can go, or just you or whoever can go play some games. You can go get food. So it's a raffle. It's going to be a raffle. We'll pick one of the tickets. But it's going to be really cool.
I'm excited.
We are very excited about it.
That's super
All the information can be found on bentboxcomics.com. So make sure you go there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the event. You'll see the graphic. You'll see our little mascot. It's really cool. So hopefully this is the beginning of the end. Hopefully this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership with Dave & Buster's,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be maybe a Dave & Buster's near you. You know,
Near you.
if we can do like a Texas, or,
that'd be
Austin,
so
if we can go
cool.
to New York, if we can, and but we're building those relationships, those connections.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not saying that this stuff is easy or something that is like, oh, you just have to throw your own Comic-Con. That's the key. No, it's literally figuring out
Put yourself
ways
out there,
to
man.
put yourself out there, to be different from other people, and that's kind of it.
We went from creator to publisher to running cons. Like you see the progression there. Like
Always progression's good.
Yeah, you're putting it in different areas of the same medium. You know.
Yeah,
And-
if you can find your way in, and then I did this on Twitter the other day. I was like, don't mind me. I'm just following as many animators as possible.
Yeah.
For no specific reason.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll find ourselves into another avenue of entertainment based on our books. And another announcement that we are not announcing today, but keep looking out for, something that we are going to go do right now.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
So it's going to be another part of branching out and building a brand that just kind of
Come with us.
Yeah.
Come on this journey.
Come on
us.
this journey with us.
Be with us.
Yeah, there you
Love
go.
us.
I don't like it anymore. We can stop.
Went too far with
Went
us. In a room
Leave us
with
alone.
us.
Step back. You're too close. Anyway, that's it. But big things coming from BentBox. We're very excited. Comment below if you have any like things that you've noticed that have helped you, if you're specifically a creator, things you like to see in your creators if you're a reader. Comment all that stuff below. Maybe someone will see it and it'll help them out.
That's right.
But that's it.
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys next Friday.
Take it easy.
Au revoir and stuff. Bye.
Au revoir. Welcome back to
High energy.
High Energy. Yeah, I need a drink.
High energy.
Like a nice Jack and Coke.
I don't think you do need that though, to be honest. Hey everyone, welcome back to the BentBox Comics YouTube channel. We are back on this Friday.